I'm going to create a contact page. First, I need to create a new app. Open Terminal, and in the root of your project, type python manage.py start app contact. Open Sublime Text, and open urls.py. I need to create a URL for contact. So copy the about URL and paste it below. And this URL will be called when the user goes to contact. And it will go to contact.views.about, and the name will be contact. So I'll just briefly explain this new URL. The URL for the contact page is at /contact. When a user goes to /contact, a request will be sent to a view called contact. That needs to be contact. So it's going contact into views, and we're going to make a view called contact. And the name's contact. Okay, so that's the URL for contact. I need to create the contact view. So under contact, open views.py. I'll save urls.py and just close it. Type def contact request context equals locals template equals contact.html return render request template context. So that's the contact view. Now I need to make the template contact.html. So create a new file and save it as contact.html. Save it in static templates. Open contact.html. Right there. And type extends base.html. So contact.html will inherit everything from base.html. Then type, I'll add a block, so block content, and I have to end the block. And then I'll just put an h1 tag, close the h1, and I'll just say contact. Okay, great. Now open navbar.html. I need to make a navbar link for contact. So the easiest way to do it will be to copy everything for the about link and then change it to contact. So URL contact, just make sure I have the right URL name. Yes. URL contact as contact. Save. And then for the link, contact needs its own if statement. So if request.path equals the contact page, then we're on the contact page, and the navbar for contact will have class equals active. And then it needs to be the contact URL, and it should say contact. Okay, great. Save everything, open terminal, and run python manage.py collect static to collect the static files. Type yes. 4 static files were copied. Run the server, python manage.py run server. refresh the home page, click on Contact. Oh, I have 2 contacts. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I'm just going to delete this one so that we don't get confused. Okay, refresh, that's better. The contact page is displayed. Contact is also highlighted on the nav bar. Now that the contact page is working, I'm going to make a contact form. So go to this URL, Form Fields. This page explains the different type of Django form fields. I'll be using some of these fields when I make the contact form. To create the contact form, first go into Sublime Text and create a new file. I'll save this file in source contact, and I'll call this file forms.py. Hit save. In forms.py, type from Django import forms class contact form, and it's taking forms.form. And then in contact form, I'll have a field called name, and this field will equal forms. It'll be a char field, and it will not be required, so put required equals false. I'll put a max length of 100 characters, and I'll put some help text. I'll make the help text say 100 characters max. And then I'll make another field in contact form. I'll call this field email, and email will equal forms.email field, and required will equal true. And then the last field for contact form will be called comment, and it will be a char field with a capital F, and required will equal true. Okay, go to this URL, form/widgets, in the Django documentation, and the right panel lists the different types of form widgets available. From the first example on this page here, I'm going to use the text area widget. So copy widgets equals forms.textArea and go back into forms.py. So I'll put this in to the comment form. So put a comma and paste it in. Open contact/views.py and type, so I need to import the contact form into the view. To do this, type from .forms import contact form. The view needs to handle the contact form. To do this, type form equals contact form, and contact form will be request, we'll take in request.post, all capital for post, or none. And if the form is valid, so if form dot is underscore valid, I'll print the entire post. So if there is post data, and if the form is valid, the post data will be printed in the terminal. Django handles the form's validation. the form is rendered through context. But to actually render the form, I need to render it in HTML. So open contact.html and right under the h1 tag to render the form, put a form tag, and then also close the form tag. And in the opening form tag, I'll put method equals post. It should be method. And action, I'll leave the action blank. And then all Django forms need a CFRF token. I'll discuss what this does in a second. And then I'll render this form as a paragraph. So inside two sets of curly brackets, type form.as_p. And then I need to also render a button for this form. So this will be an input. And I'll just use shorthand to close the input tag. And type equals submit. Value will be submit form. It could be anything you like. And I'll put the class as a bootstrap class, which is btn-default. Okay, because it is considered best practice, I put this form inside an HTML form tag. Method equals post means that this form is sending post data. Whatever URL action equals is the URL that this form will be submitted to. I left the action blank because I want this form to be submitted to the contact URL, and this form is already on the contact URL. The form is displayed as a paragraph. The CSFR_token prevents cross-site forgery. All you really need to know is that the CSFR token is required by Django. It makes the form more secure. So now the form is rendered as an HTML paragraph here. Save everything. And go back into Chrome. Refresh the contact page. Go back into views.py. Oh, I did an extra indent here. So just put it back like that. Refresh the page. Okay, great. The contact page is displayed. And the contact form is also displayed. I will eventually add more bootstrap to make this form look better. But let's test this form out. So leave the form blank and just hit submit. And if you look in terminal, nothing happens. This is because I put the email field that the email, the name field is required. So now let's fill out the form properly. Put in a name. Put in a valid email. So I'll do and then put in a comment. And then actually make it a non-valid email and then press submit. The form's smart. It knows it's not a valid email address. So make it valid by putting in the @ sign, hit submit. Look in a terminal. Okay, awesome. The post data has been printed up here. The post data consists of name, email, comment, and CSFR token right here. Email here, name here. And I see my comment here. Awesome. So the post data has been printed. I'm just going to do one more quick thing just to make this look a little better. I'm just going to delete print request.post here, and instead it'll print form.cleaned underscore data, and then in square brackets, take email. So save views.py, refresh the contact page, or I just resubmitted the form, and I get my email in a much cleaner format. So now the posted email address is more neatly displayed. That's it for this tutorial. See you in the next one.